Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. It is I, Satan, recording this from hell, here to tell you why you're all damned to join me one day. Hello everyone, it is I, and Eldest, back with another video. Yeah, it's been a while, but I actually been doing a lot with school and keeping up and work, so I've been busy and tired, but not as tired as everyone must be when it comes to the comic book industry and what Disney's been up to with their woke content, from the new Warriors to the Children of the Atoms and whatever Star Wars has become. It's just been a roller coaster. Now, one of the biggest reasons I have noticed that a lot of these woke comic books have, or any content really, that has fallen to this pandering bullshit is based on one thing: diversity. So recently, Lucasfilm hired Leslye Headland to help run a new Star Wars show that will be produced on Disney+. Now, this woman is obsessed with diversity. Like, the one thing she always thinks about in anything she does is diversity. But not just within the show itself, but the people who make and run the show altogether. It's literally the Mulan is too white behind the camera incident all over again. Except this time, she's not just calling out just white men. She never distinctly says white men. She blankly just says white people in this video that I found on Twitter. That shows how crazy she is and how devoted she is into diversity and how much white people aren't included with it, which is interesting because we hear all these people like the new Warriors and the Children of the Atoms always talking about the diversity and characters' backstories, but never did I actually hear that white people weren't included. So this is interesting.
To say that, like, I think white women need to kind of step up their game, to be quite honest. Like, sorry, but I'm calling you bitches out. Like, you really do, because, like, you know, there's like I couldn't agree more with everything that these brilliant women are saying. But like, I'm also seeing the silent killer, which is a lot of white women at the top who are kind of reinforcing a lot of old ideas. I
love how she's saying, like, you guys are just reinforcing old ideas when she was hired for Star Wars. That's an old idea. That's not hers. So what the hell are you talking about?
I think a lot of it, you know, to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll just speak from my own personal experience, it's just like I wasn't sure how to be an ally. I wasn't sure what type. I got so caught up in like what kind of terminology I was supposed to be using and being politically correct, and so as I started to rise in television, I started to just get more blunt and just start saying, like, I would like a black writer, because if I said diverse,
No, don't
you know,
say that.
you get, well, white is diverse, which is something somebody said to me, and I was like, wow. I was like, it's not cool, but to really, you know, I reached out to my, you know, the women that I respect who are not white, writers and directors, and I said, what should I say? What language should I use? You know.
I honestly feel bad for this woman because, like I said, she's so obsessed with getting everything politically correct. She's kind of missing the whole point of the story, of the show. She's not even worrying about the story itself, what she's doing, what these characters are going to be like. She's just so obsessed with finding people that aren't white to work on the show that she's not even focusing on the show itself. It's kind of sad because this is usually what fails and why all this woke shit we get ends up being shit.
And I think it's worth it if you're in a position of hiring power or green lighting power to like reach out to people that are not like you and say, what can I do to be an ally, and how can I support writers of color and LGBTQ and disabled writers? Like, what can I do, and what kind of vocabulary should I be using? Because I think it's just easier. I just see it in the room. Like, I just see them kind of go like, it's just easier. Like, the guy at the top's louder. It's harder to say, like, I think this should be a black writer. I think this should be an Asian American actor. I think it should be this type type of, like, I would like to cast, and, you know, really, I find it a lot as well with, as a queer woman, like, with gay characters, whether they be gay men or gay women, where I'm saying, like, that's not a gay.
The thing is that, I get it, you don't want to mess up, but the thing is that you're missing is that being black or being gay doesn't make a character special. There's always more to it. And another thing is that a person being black doesn't mean that that's the only reason why they're qualified for this job. Because I'm pretty sure a gay woman, a black woman, black men, Asian men, or Chinese women will all feel very upset that the only reason why you're hiring them because they're not white. I don't know about you, but as a Hispanic woman, if that's the only reason why you wanted me, I ain't working for you.
Person, like, sorry, like, this is not a gay person. Like, we're not representing that in this storyline. Like you basically want me to cast someone that you find attractive, straight white man, and that you think what you think a lesbian looks like, and that can be very frustrating as well. So I think if we can get some of these people, I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, thank God it's over and she realized that she was rambling too much and saying nonsense shit for 2-3 minutes. Ugh. It just annoys me how these people just think that people with white skin aren't qualified for jobs that they probably spent a big chunk of their lives over just because they're white, and think that other people that aren't white are more qualified, who may not even have as much experience just because they're not white. It's literally the Moon Lawn incident all over again. Moon Lawn, 2 white men, the humorous. This is literally what this woman is. And it's funny because these people are laughing and agreeing with her, not calling her out that she's literally being racist against her own race because she is white. 5 years ago, racist. 5 years later, it's empowerment. Where did we go wrong? And it's not like she's even doing anything different or new with this Star Wars. Literally, look. A female center Star Wars? Yeah, because we certainly didn't get that before already. Which is interesting because she was literally saying how these women were enforcing old ideas when she literally is doing something that's already been done before and calling it brand spanking new. So, what are people saying about this? Done. So Lucasfilms is about white women for white women and only white women. Good luck with that. Yes, those poor, lazy, yet successful white Hollywood women, the weight of LS forever on their shoulders. Why does the color of a person's skin indicate that they're a good writer? Does she understand how utterly racist that is? She knows she is white, right? No wonder Disney is losing $30 million a day right now. White man? I think you need to go, white man. Wow, that is her. I honestly don't know what Lucasfilm was thinking when they hired this woman, because this woman is blankly biased, judging people on the color of their skin. And we already know the show is gonna suck, because people like this always make woke shit. And no one's optimistic for it, and you can't blame them. And this is what happens, folks, when you spend too much time worrying about your agenda, your politics, and diversity rather than a good story. And with that, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos as often as I can, and as always, till next time, bye!